Hi, this is Harvey Robbins. We're going to be talking, Rob Beachy and I, about new product development. Rob's an expert in the area of new product development, and we thought we'd put together a brief video to cover some of the fine points of new product development and what are the key issues that someone who's involved in new product development needs to consider in the process of coming up with a system that works for their organization. So, Rob, it's nice to have you here. Thanks for coming by the office. And I'd like to see if you'd just give me an overview of the 5 major areas I think that you think someone needs to focus on in creating a new product development process.
Well, Harvey, if you look at successful companies like a GE, an Apple, you'll find out they share 5 common characteristics that are a little bit special. Especially, they're focused on the fuzzy front end of product development. And the fuzzy front end is where we define what that new concept is, which they can market. But the number one point is probably where a lot of companies really fail, and that's to have a clear and consistent product development direction. And the best companies take their corporate strategy and they translate it into a strategic policy, often called PIC, Product Innovation Charter, developed by Merle Crawford back in 1981, to develop a system to translate corporate strategy, which is often very vague, into a strategic policy that has the background of the product line you're talking about, it has the customers, the marketplaces. It also talks about your core competencies you're going to leverage. It's also going to talk how you make and sustain a product advantage. It's also going to talk about all of your goals and objectives and your tactical approach to the marketplace. And so in a 1 or 2 page document, you've got everything you need to know about what this product manager or marketing manager or brand manager is doing. So even the secretary can tell them, this is what we do, this is what we don't do.
So in other words, it's a way of letting everyone in the organization get on the same bandwagon, essentially. Everyone knows exactly what you're doing, why you're doing it, what products you're trying to create, why you're trying to create them, where you fit into the marketplace, so everyone knows the same core piece of information.
Yeah, in the tactical part, you talk about how much newness. So let's say I'm in R&D. How often do R&D and the product manager talk? Not often enough.
Right.
The technical side of the business and the marketing side is critical to them just to work together, especially even in market research, but also in product definition. But here's a 1 to 2 page document that I give to my R&D specialist so they know how much newness I am so they can focus on the areas I need. So they aren't just sitting there throwing things on walls that don't matter. It's focused R&D now, not just nebulous R&D. And it's critical. And it's not hard to do. You and I have done seminars on this before where we actually run companies through it. And it takes maybe, even the more sophisticated companies, maybe 2 to 3 hours at least to get their first shot in.
Right.
But now you have complete guidance. Now upper management take this 1 or 2 page document and know what your platforms are. It's not usually for a specific product, but for a series of products or a product platform. Very powerful document, very easy to do. Excellent communication.
In terms of communication, that's the thing that I always worry about. It also lets senior executives sort of get their act together. It gives them a chance to look at the entire globe of the products that they're trying to create, the entire platform of products, for example.
It gives them a clear understanding of what you do and what you don't do, so to speak. But it also tells everybody in your organization, I don't care if you're in finance, sales, marketing, everybody has a common vision of what this platform is all about, who your customers are and how you're going to get there.
Yeah, it's interesting. We just did a workshop a few days ago in Denver, and the senior person in the room, when we were doing this PIC exercise and these different groups were talking about their 1 or 2 page document that gave a plan for these products they were trying to develop. This senior executive came up to me afterwards and he said, "This is the first time in 13 months that I've actually been able to understand what they're trying to put together." That's the value of that kind of PIC document.
It's simplistic yet powerful.
Yeah.
What else do you want? And the nice thing about it, it's not that hard to do. And once you've done it, you'll keep on doing it because of its communication value.
How often do you do that PIC analysis kind of thing?
Almost like business plans. However often you do business plans, you should be doing a PIC because you probably have a number of products that fall under that PIC or your strategic policy statement.
Right.
And once a year, it's typical usually when you're doing business plans. Some companies more, some companies actually less. Every 6 months sometimes 3 if you have a changing business environment. But once you've established a PIC, I think you will revisit it. Rarely often do you change it.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.